guys, how are you doing today? I am bringing you my September wrap-up. Guys, it felt so good not to have a September TBR because then I didn't feel the pressure of having to read certain books. It was awesome and I am super happy about it. I actually did have a better reading month in September than I did in August. In August, I only read 4 books, but in September, I actually read 6 books. So look at me go, beginning of the school year, you know, lesson plans and grading and all the meetings and all that fun stuff, and I was still able to read 6 books. Good job, me. Good job, me. So I read 3 physical books and 3 ebooks, and I read the third in the Coffee House Mystery Series by Cleo Coyle. It's called Latte Trouble, and actually most of these, well, all of these books are mystery books, and 5 out of 6 of them are cozy mystery books. So you can sort of figure out what kind of mood I was in. And of course, in this one, Claire Causey is trying to figure out why a fashion designer was murdered in her coffee shop, and she was trying to cover for one of her employees and trying to make it to where that employee didn't get blamed for the death of the artist. And it sort of goes on during Fashion Week, and she has mixed feelings about her ex-husband, and she finds out something about her daughter that is very shocking, and it was a good book. I rated it, let me see, a 4 out of 5. I really, really love Cleo Coyle's books. They seem to have more depth to them than other cozy mysteries. There's more history involved. There's more just oomph, if you know what I mean. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Another book that I read in September was Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. I actually buddy read this with me Unicorn over at the Bookish Land, and this was a really good book. It was actually my first Poirot? Yes, it was my first Hercule Poirot's book by Agatha Christie, I think. Yes, because and then there were none didn't have either Miss Marple or Hercule in it. And so I did not see the ending coming. It was an overall really good book, and I wanted to read it before the movie comes out in November. And just from the trailers of the movie, I'm super excited for the movie, don't get me wrong, but it's vastly different from the book. Like, so just from the credits or the little sneak peeks that they're showing us, like they're showing like Hercule climbing on top of the train, and that didn't happen in the book. I don't understand what the heck they're trying to do, trying to keep it action and suspenseful, but seriously, no, that did not happen in the book. But still a really, really, really good book. Another book that I buddy read, this was the month of buddy reads because I've never buddy read before, was the second book in a magical bakery mystery. It's Bewitched, Bothered, and Biscotti. Gotta love the alliteration. I mean, come on. The first book's name was Brownies and Broomsticks. It's brilliant. I actually finished this book yesterday, and I am reading it with Robin. And I will link both Robin and Unicorn's YouTubes down below because they're fantastic, and I have loved reading with them. They are amazing ladies. This is all about Kate Lightfoot, and she's sort of coming to the realization on her magical abilities and what it means to be a hedge witch, what it means to be magical in general. And someone is murdered, and she finds the body. Her and Declan stumble upon the body, and of course, this is the third body that she has stumbled upon, or no, the second body she has stumbled upon, and they're sort of like, why do you keep stumbling upon bodies and things like that? But it was really, really good. I also rated it a 4 out of 5, as well as Murder on the Orient Express. I rated a 4 as well. The other 3 books that I read were all ebooks. I read All Butter Short Dead. This is by H.Y. Hannah, and it was sort of like the 0.5 of the Oxford Tea Room Mysteries with Gemma, the main character. And it was sort of like a this is why she moved from Australia back home to Oxford before she started her tea room. It's just sort of like the death that sort of started her mystery, murder mystery kind of detecting of trying to figure out what happened and what went wrong. I rated it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was okay. I really prefer the beginning of the series, the original beginning of the series. I thought that those were really good. I think I rated them about 3.5, 4. This one, I think that it just sort of felt half-assed, really. I just felt like it could have had more, that it was sort of just jumbled all together, and it didn't really have a good pacing. I don't know. It didn't feel like a whole book, if you know what I mean. Like, it just felt eh. Like, I was happy to have read it and to know more about Gemma and sort of her thought process when she first came back to Oxford with her family and things like that. But I don't know, and the fact that that murder wasn't ever even mentioned in the first book or any of the other books in the series, that just kind of threw me off, so I wasn't really happy with that. So it was an okay book. I'm glad I read it, but if I rate something a 3 or less, I'm never going to read it again. So it was okay. The next book that I read was Macaroons May Han. This is by Agatha Frost. It's the 7th in the Pyradelle Mystery series, and it was really good. I really love following Jules and her young roommate, her sort of like a sort of daughter in a way, Jess, and I love following Barker, her boyfriend, and sort of he's a detective, sort of following what's going on in Pyradelle. Of course, this is in England as well, and it was a really, really good short mystery. I really enjoyed it. It was a 4, but the next book that I read was Fruitcake in Fear, same series. It's number 8 in the Pyradelle Mystery series, and I rated it a 3. I got kind of mad about it. Like, it felt like Barker was given like a personality transplant. Like, he went from being a badass character where he's really in charge and he is the detective and he does have sort of like the detective mindset, like, here's what happened, I need to go and get clues, I need to have proof, things like that. And he sort of becomes wimpy in the 8th book. Like, he's more worried about his book that he's writing, and he bickers with Jess more like a child would than an adult, and I don't know. It sort of annoyed me, and so that's why I gave it a 3. It's like a 2.5 if you ask me. I'm super excited to read the next one. I think it's like Birthday Cake or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But I was super excited. I read 6 books in the month of September, and I am excited for the month of October to sort of get into cozy clothes and the temperature going down, and I'm doing the COZYATHON as well. I will leave the COZYATHON down below, and I don't know, it was a pretty good reading month. I am very, very happy with it. So that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Let me know down below what you read in the month of September. Remember, it doesn't really matter how many books you read as long as you're enjoying what you're reading. So like this video if you like seeing wrap-ups. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to talk to you about books and see you around and all of that fun stuff. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.
No, you buy a week.
Oh. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.
Better.
It's better.